This is Sam's OK Trends and welcome back to another video here on the YouTube channel. And in today's video I'm going to be sharing my post-war NW2s and my grandfather's NW2 switcher. Alright, so this here is the ATSF 622 post-war switcher. I picked this up from Sydney's Trains. He had picked it up from his local hobby store, restored it cosmetically, and sold it to me. Now there are a couple different interesting things going on with this particular model. The first thing is this particular NW2 switcher has a ringing bell inside of it. And the reason why that's interesting is because it's actually hard to find this particular model with the bell still inside of it. A lot of people found the bell annoying and took it out and just never replaced it. So the fact that this still has the bell inside of it is pretty cool. Now another interesting thing about this engine is the way that it was cataloged. So when this engine was cataloged in 1950, it did not have the Santa Fe and ATSF markings. It actually had New York Central markings. It was never manufactured that way. It was only printed in the 1950 catalog that particular way. Now, one last interesting fact about this engine is that this particular model was actually used to test magnet traction in 1949, so that's a pretty cool fun fact as well. It's safe to say that this particular engine does have a lot of interesting facts about it and has quite a bit of an interesting history, one would say. Alright, so the next engine we have here to talk about today is the 6250 Seaboard switcher. Now I picked this engine up from a very good friend of mine, and this was actually my first switcher I had in my collection. Early on, the wire that actually connected the coupler in the back had been unsoldered, or it fell off. The soldering wasn't very good on it, and so I had to replace that, or else I'd have a loose wire running around. So this is the engine I actually credit to learning how to take the switcher model apart and put back together and learn how to maintain. I was just able to resolder that wire pretty easily, and I got to see what it looked like inside cosmetically, so that was pretty cool. So now I know how to maintain these post-war NW2 switchers. So this is the last of the 3 NW2 switchers that I have here on the layout. Now this one isn't actually mine, this is my grandfather's 624 C&O NW2 switcher. So in the last video I talked about how I got into model trains, and I also talked a little bit about my grandfather and his collecting as well. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead and check that video out to get some more background context on my grandfather's model trains. But nonetheless, I got permission to get this out and show all of my subscribers and viewers of my channel. Alright, well that is my small but mighty collection of all of my NW2 switchers and my grandfather's NW2 switcher as well that I wanted to show for you guys today. There's just something about these engines that are pretty fascinating. They run very well, they pull a lot of freight cars, and they're pretty small, so they can fit on any post-war MPC layout that you can imagine. Nonetheless, that's it for today's video, and feel free to check out all my other videos on my YouTube channel if you have some more time. But nonetheless, I will see all of my wonderful viewers in my next video. Take care, everybody.